Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. So today I thought I'd do another Friday of Sews, a little catch up on what's been happening, and also today I thought I would share some recent gifts that I received. So I had a birthday recently and I thought I would share what I got with you because a couple of things were really exciting to me, one of which I've never seen before. Well, I had sort of seen it on Pinterest, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I thought it was just a decoration. And then the other is a lovely gift from my son, which was something I wanted, and also my friend always gets me something sewing related, so that was really nice. And I just thought I'd share those with you, thought you might be interested. Now, first up, I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing today, because in my previous video I did say that I was uncertain what to make with this fabric. As you can see, I made a decision, so I'm going to talk about the pattern that I used, changes that I made, and what you could also do if you're going to use this pattern. So I have made it before and I opted to make the same version that I made last time. So in case you haven't already guessed, if you saw my previous video, I made McCalls. So I said I was sort of edging towards making this one, and this is what I made. I made McCalls and it's version D. So it's this version right here, but as you can see I've not got the stripes on the sleeves or the star, because obviously that's optional, and you can add embellishments to things whenever you want really. Whatever you're making, you can add those embellishments to it. You can add your own touch, but this is already quite a fussy pattern, so I didn't feel it needed any of that. So that's what I've made, a version D. I went for the hood because it's really cold at the moment in the UK. So a hood, I feel, always gives you that extra bit of warmth around the back of your neck. And then if you put your coat on, you can either tuck it in or have it out, but either way it keeps your neck warm. You can do up your drawstring and make it tighter if you want. So I thought that was a good option, as the weather that we're having is really cold, and it's fur backed. So I did show it last time, but as you can see it's lovely and furry on the inside, so it is super cozy. Now I've just had to adjust because I just found that my camera was dipping slowly towards me and I was getting further and further down in my seat, so I've just had to stand up and adjust that. Anyway, as I was saying, I shared the fabric in the last video. It's really warm. Now another thing that I found when I made this hoodie was this goes right across this pocket. You can make it with two sort of circular round side pockets if you wish on the pattern. This one goes right across, as you can see. I did shorten it by a couple of centimetres each side because it was very big, and it's still, as you can see, really roomy. It's a really roomy sweater, and I did take a little bit out either side, so that's another thing that I did. Now this particular cord, I took this off a garment years ago, something that my husband was throwing away. And I do save, as I've said, all the different pieces, so zips, buttons, cords out of things, anything like that, I save them because you never know. And actually, we've got that shade going on in this abstract pattern, and it's just the right shade, especially to go with the navy, so that's worked out really well. So I'm really happy with that. So that's my sweater. So again, I will link the pattern. I will remember to link the pattern, but either way, if I forget, it's McCall's 8070, and that's what I opted to do with this. So that's the first thing. Now, the other fabric that I showed you last time is still a work in progress, so I will show you more on that in the next video. That's the first thing. So I'll show you some of my birthday treats, which I was really pleased about. Now, first up, my son knows that I love to read. So I have two sons, and one of my sons still lives at home, and he was chatting to me about a week ago. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video, but I recently read Babel, and I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good story, a little bit unusual and really in depth, and I really like the characters in it. So I enjoyed that, and he knew that I really enjoyed that, and I'd been looking at other books by the same author. Now, I don't always buy them if I can get them from the library, but I have found one of them that I wanted, Yellowface. I'm in the list, and it's something like, I'm number 70. I'm never going to be getting that from the library, am I? When you can keep them for 3 weeks. So I will be buying that one soon. But he'd also seen that I was looking at a few others, but he didn't let on that he'd been watching me doing this. So he's bought me one of them because he knows I buy them sometimes, but if I can get them from the library, I will try and get them from the library. I'll get them second hand, and then occasionally I buy them for myself if I can't get my hands on them any other way. So he's bought me this one and some vegan chocolate, and it's the Poppy War. So I'm really excited about this. Now I have got 3 at the moment that have just arrived from the library that were on order, and I've only got them for 3 weeks. So I've got to get through those 3 first in the next 3 weeks. I'll not be starting this till around about Christmas time. So it's R.F Kuang. Please let me know if I've said that name wrong. Very sorry if I've mispronounced it or anything. So R.F Kuang, who wrote Babel and Yellowface, if you've read either of those. And I'm going to be reading this one probably over Christmas. So I'm excited about that. That was a lovely surprise. Then my husband bought me this. Now I've seen in bookshelves on Pinterest these little decorations, and I thought that that's all they were, little decorations in between the books on the shelves, all lit up looking really pretty, like little rooms within the bookcase. And I thought you just bought them like that. But my husband didn't know I'd been looking at those things because he's not on Pinterest, and I'd not even mentioned it to him. So it's really strange that he's got me this, unless it's popping up on his feed too because we're connected in some ways. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes you look at things and then you do get things, but it's usually on your own feed, not on your partner's or whatever. So this is what he got me. You may have seen this before. You may have some of these yourself, but it's completely new to me. So you actually build it yourself. So it's a bookend. Now if you love books like me, you'll love things like this. It's a bookend, and it's got this room inside, and this particular one, because he knows I love books, is a library. But apparently you can get all different kinds. You can get other stores, you can get a bakery and things like that. And somebody at my husband's work told him about this. I think she's got the bakery one or something, but you have to make it yourself. So it's all wood and card and paper. I think there are a few plastic elements because there's a lighting feature in there. And you have to make everything yourself. So he bought me this and the glue to go with it. You can see inside it all lights up, and there's all these little books. So I'll open it and show you. It's going to take me ages. So I do love making things, but I know this is going to be one that goes on forever. Which is nice because it's lovely something to do in the evening. You get something nice at the end of it. So you get a little lighting pack with it. But everything is in these pieces. So you've got the hard ones that you push out like this. And as you can see, some of them are more intricate. So all those pop out and you put it together. So that bit doesn't look as detailed as the next bit because you've got all these bits to cut out, which you then stick on to make all the books. Can you see all this? There's covers. There are pictures to go on the walls, a map, a rug, all sorts of things. So they look small and intricate, so I'm going to be very careful cutting those out. And then of course you get an instruction book. So I'm really excited to do that. Please let me know if you've got one of these, if you've made it before, and how you got on with it, and if there's any special tips that I need to know. So this one, so it's a bookend, and this one's called Library of Books. I'm going to put that down because I'm fiddling with the box now. So that's that. That was from my husband. And then my friend got me these next 2 things. Now she always gets me something sewing related, which is really lovely. I've got lots of things in this room that you'll have seen before. So the Diane's sewing room behind me here, that was bought by my friend, as was my little jar here that I keep some of my buttons in with the pin cushion on top. I've got some button tins and little sewing pouch up there. There's one downstairs that's got some of my filming things in it. And this time she's bought me these 2 things. So I've got a coaster. So these might be nice ideas for if you're buying things for Christmas presents or for gifts yourself. So it's a little coaster with Diane's sewing coaster on it, and old-fashioned sewing machine. That's the first one. And then the next one, I have seen these before, and if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that I have made my own version of this, which I've been working on all year, and I've just used a regular scrapbook and I've divided up the pages myself, and I've been writing in and sticking in samples and photographs. Well, she's bought me the actual real thing. So it's a sewing journal. So a few of you may have these already. So this was nice to get. So this will save me a little bit of work next year, because I won't be filling in every page myself with all the lines and details. So it's got some information in the front, an index, and then I'll show you the main pages like this. So we've got the pattern company, garment, and so on, changes that you've made, what you were making, and some more notes. If you've got any overlocking settings that you need to write down, how long it took you, the materials, where you got it from, a space for your photograph, and then spaces for your fabric swatches. So isn't that lovely? So if you've not seen before, it's similar to what I've done, so I'll show you what I've done. I think that one's a bit more detailed. If you've been watching my channel before, you'll have seen this, that this is something I already do, but I do my own thing. So I've got a big scrapbook that I already had, and I bought another one ready for next year, but I can use that for something else now. And it was only inexpensive, from an inexpensive shop. And I do it this way so far. So I've just been dividing the page up into quarters, and then just writing in project, what I did, photograph and fabric sample. So obviously this one is more detailed. I can write more information down, and I don't have to write all the headings down myself. So that was an unexpected and really lovely gift. So if you know anybody that sews and you're wondering what to get them, I would say something like that is a really good idea. And also like the sewing coaster and things like that. As someone who sews, these are always very much appreciated. So that's all from me for today. I will be back soon with you for some more sewing. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's given you a few ideas if you're looking for things to buy people for Christmas as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps my channel along and helps put it out there to other people. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.